Good evening. We're going to be going over Google and their HR strategies. By me, Renee McCoy. A little bit of an overview of this slide deck. I'll go through a brief history of the company, some of their services, they are quite extensive, the size of the company, who their competition is, some advantages for working for them, and what their HR competitive advantages are, and then just a couple of suggestions I have in regards to HR management. So a little bit of history about the company Google. It was created by two men, Larry and Sergey, who met at Stanford in 1995. And by September of 1987, they had registered their domain name as Google, which is a play on the word Google, spelled Googol, which is a mathematical term for the number represented by the numeral 1 and then 100 zeros that follow it. And this reflected their mission to organize a seemingly infinite amount of information on the web, which they have done a very good job at. When you think of Google, anytime you're looking for something, it's Google. Find it on Google. I'll just briefly go through the services by year. They have quite a few services they provide. Upgrade status in the state of California. They opened the garage with their new Google has massively expanded their services beyond just the search engine they once were. The Sun co-owners. Right here are a few examples. From the Friends newsletter, all the way up to in 2014 when they released their Street View feature on the Maps application. With just 8 employees. However, less than 8 months later, in August of 1999, they had to relocate to a larger space. As you see, and then by 2001, Google had Google Friends newsletter quite a bit. This has now been replaced by the Google Plus blog in Tokyo. And throughout Google, in December of 2000, they launched the Google Toolbar, so the world by storm. Search Google without having to physically get into the Google website. They had employees and best interests at heart. A major game changer. When they only had 11 in July of 2005 when they released the images feature the employees who were working, they had healthy food. And then in September of 2002, they released Google News, which feeds from hundreds of different locations and provides you the most up-to-date and accurate information. And then in December of 2012, right around the holiday season, they released Frugal, which in 2012 got released by Google Shopping. And in 2003, in December, and they released Google Print, which has now turned into the Google Books feature. And then another major milestone for them came in 2004 in April, when they launched Gmail as a physical application. Now, in November of 2004, they released Google Scholar. And Google Scholar helps you find articles for writing papers, which are a lot more helpful than using a Wikipedia where someone could change the information. And then in February of 2005, Google went live with Google Maps. And Google Maps has really taken the world by storm. You can look all around the world, you can type an itty-bitty place in there and it's going to show you a map view of it, and then also a street level view. I guess my favorite example is that I like to search where I grew up, and it's a little itty-bitty farm community, and I can see my house on Google Maps. So they really changed the world there. From their beginning, they started very, very small. In 1998, as I said, 3 employees, and then in 1999 they had expanded quite a bit, and it had 11 employees, where they also had the private chef that helped them stay healthy. And then between 1999 and 2004, Google hired over 750 new employees to help them become one of the world's most dominant leaders in the tech industry. And then as you see today, in August of 2016, they have over 57,000 employees worldwide. So in just over 12 years, Google has expanded their employment by over 56,000 employees. And when I hire one or two at a time. I can only imagine the headache and the nightmare their HR department go through hiring thousands upon thousands of employees. I also decided to lump in their major competition into this slide, because as you see, with 3 employees, you're gonna work your way and fight to the top. But if you look at the competition that I have listed, the Yahoo, the Bing, Facebook, the Apple, it's not what you think. In an article on Forbes Online, the answer regarding who the major competitor is a very, very large surprise, and it's actually Amazon. Amazon and Google are in competition at the highest level possible in regards to being the greatest online shopping mall. So I found that quite interesting. It's not the Bing or the Yahoo, it's actually Amazon. Some advantages I see at working for Google. They have extensive family benefits packages. Paternity leave, you can bring your animals to work. They also have death benefits for your family members if such things were needed. They have great health and healthcare benefits. I read that they have on-site physicians, massage therapists, chiropractors, and also each location and department has their own gym, which is available for use at any time. Their work hours, they're not the typical 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or a swing shift. They're flexible. Also is their vacation time. It's not a cookie cutter schedule. It's tailored around your needs and your family's needs. They're very family oriented there. And then, as a company that you want to see succeed and grow, you always have room for development, and professional development is high on their list of things. They provide classes for continuous learning for its employees. It could be computer coding, all the way down to, say, a cooking class for your at-home time. And then into some HR advantages. They do recruit internally and a little bit of external recruitment, allowing them to promote within. They already know how this person works, what their ethic is, how hard they're going to work in this new position. They also, I found this quite surprising, don't use your work history as the major criteria for selection for employment. They actually do very few preliminary screenings. Their biggest things are on-the-job testing and then the interviews. The drive for excellence and the alignment with the organization are key for hiring there. They definitely want somebody that's going to fit into their model and really embrace their mission statement and their goals. And they also have amazing retention programs. You're going to get the highest wages available, and that's in exchange for the free meals they provide you and other great incentives, choosing your vacation time and your work schedule and bringing your animals to work. So what would my suggestions be for Google in regards to hiring and HR? I feel like Google has really mastered large areas, but I think in order to make the biggest impact, they need to expand their locations to smaller cities, smaller towns, which provide the struggling communities hope for a brighter future, especially during times of economic downfall and the housing market struggle. This is going to show middle to lower class America that, large companies and corporations still care about the little guy or the little gal trying to make ends meet and provide for their families. And then to their HR department, it's kind of a suggestion, and I'm sure it's always in the back of their mind. I think they hire a lot from within, just in the little bit of research I've done, because it lessens employee turnover. And my only suggestion is the HR department definitely remembers where it started from, remembers everyone needs a beginning. And I do this myself when I review resumes, and I definitely take into consideration that they might not have the skills that we need right this second, but they do have skills, and they have the ability to learn and for us to mold them into the employee we need them to be, also taking our lessons learned from previous hires. So it's been quick, it's been fast. I've gone through a lot of things, but I'm very excited to learn a little bit more about their strategy. Definitely in conclusion that they started off very small. They've grown to a large, extensive tech company. They're one of the top in the entire world. But never once has their HR department not been in the forefront. And it's a great atmosphere. Just by reading it, it kind of makes me want to go work for them. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.